As flickered flame makes shadows bend, and smoke meets moonlight, cold and blue, when blackest night hails twilight's end, then darkness comes to beckon you. As hunger turns the flesh to fire, and breathing falters, reason halts, then creep the claws of dark desire to rip and split you at your faults. Welcome back to An End to Hunger. As you can see, we are on the boat making our way to Skytear Island. In the last session, the players had some interesting conversations with some of our NPCs. Wick and Thistle met the Keeper of the Old Ways, who gave her blessing for them to go to Skytear, so they're being taken by some of the Kellid people. Meanwhile, Sinza and Morrow went back to Vidira Manor to retrieve Sinza's scarf, and also to meet with Radia and Dr. Ryan Dayrick, who Morrow had met back when she was a student, and he was a learned and respected professor and doctor specializing in the undead and necromancy. So, unfortunately, the conversation got a little out of hand, and they mentioned the Misthaven Sanitarium, which is the hospital that Dr. Derrick is the chief of medicine of, and its abandoned North Wing, which had been referenced by Emmerich. It was brought up by Morrow, not knowing the context, and because of that, there was a darkening of the mood, and Dr. Derrick cut the conversation off at that point. So, as we make our way to Skytear Island, the journey takes about a day. So, we are sleeping on the boat, which itself is a small riverboat. It has a paddle wheel. It is not an open rowboat, so there is, a below deck. There is a place to get some sleep. There are some hammocks, hanging. So we are not necessarily riding in style, but certainly it is not an uncomfortable ride. So we will cast ourselves back to the events of the last few hours, and we will debrief. So, when our parties met again, what was the conversation that transpired? What did you share with one another of what you have learned?
I was right. He's sketchy as shit.
Love that that's
Both
Morrow's
conquered
takeaway.
all.
Very on brand.
Both conquered all. I met a very weird deer, and now I have a new friend.
Your day sounds like it went better than ours.
Lovely. The deer had 4 eyes.
And and I'm
All
not
right.
quite clear, but I don't think the keeper either she really liked me or she really didn't like me. Either way, we were invited back.
Well, that's better than I got.
All in all,
Yeah.
wildly successful.
We turns out the topic of the North Wing of Misthaven is extremely off limits. And the doctor was not keen on the conversation being brought up. In fact, he and Lady Radia shared a look and swiftly ended the conversation. So,
Which
I'm
is
sorry about
fascinating, given that I only asked to tour it as one of the doctor's old students and someone with a deep interest in history.
what I think is
Larger
most
points going over her head.
right. What I think is most worrisome is after that conclusion to our conversation, which was okay throughout. He made it clear that he's not particularly fond of Count Moncrief, and
There are a lot
I,
of people aren't fond of Count Montcrief, but most people don't voice it that openly.
yeah, that was maybe. Who knows? Maybe if I ever get to be that age, I won't give that many fucks either. But what worries me, given the way our conversation concluded, is that Dr. Derrick knows everything about our excursion because Lady Radia clearly trusts him implicitly. He's been, and I think Sindel explain how like clearly he's been a part of their family lineage. As like he's known basically every Videra and then some like
Yeah.
throughout the years.
Doing math, because so the rumor is that he's like 700-ish back when I was his student, which would put him at probably like 900 to almost 1,000 now if the rumor is true.
Yeah, and so I'm just going this was going, okay, just throwing out an idea. Are we sure that he's not being kept alive by whatever's on this island?
No.
I mean, we're not sure of anything, I think is the point, and I didn't love the way when he decided the conversation was over, he took the Baroness's elbow and ushered her away.
I thought the whole thing here was supposed to have
I do understand that he's known her since she was a child, though if we do the math, if he's gone back at least three or four human generations, that means he's been in the employ of the household for what? At least 350 years?
So it's
Yeah,
so it's quite possible that he has bent the ear of the Baron and has kind of fumbled up this deal long before now.
that's
might be
what I'm
why
wondering.
father was also not keen to work with Emmerich.
That's
Hmm.
what I'm wondering. If it was something is strange here, beyond the usual Ustalav strangeness. So,
I am starting to find it charming.
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Glowing
So,
endorsement of your homeland there.
so yeah, you have spent the last day and night on this boat, traveling west now, so you're going upriver. The dreamlike haze which enveloped the town of Pale Gleam today feels like a blanket of misery, as there is no sunlight, however hazy, to pierce the clouds above you. The mist on the river is thick, and you see now why the ferry captain told you that no one would let you take out the boat alone. He stands at the helm, steering with one hand and operating a bullseye lantern with the other, flashing and pointing. You imagine that when a bat screams into the darkness, this is what it looks like. Atop the helm, one of the paddle operators swings a second lantern in robotic sweep, blowing a foghorn in regular intervals. And then the other paddle person is operating the paddle wheel. As you approach the island, the mist thickens, rolling alongside and over the sides of your boat. You lurch as the unseen waters grow choppy. Then, a cracking sound from the bottom of the boat like a club slamming against the rubbery hide of a whale, but in reverse. A second crack at the side of the boat sets you on high alert, and then, from the mist, as if parting from between gray curtains, you see several tentacles reaching for you.
Ah, shit.
Roll initiative. So
GM
remember when we roll. Yeah, so
Dex
remember when we roll.
perception, right?
Correct. I was just about to say, yes. You were taken unawares at this point, so we will just be rolling for perception. If you have a bonus to initiative, such as incredible initiative, you will add that as well.
Oh, I don't
So, but
like this.
it's still my perception plus.
Correct. Yes, you were not doing anything special like scouting or sneaking or anything like that. So we're just going to roll perception. So I will go ahead and call out. Did anybody get higher than a 27?
Don't
Yes,
like that.
29?
Moro with a 29.
14 plus 15. I think that's math.
That is.
Yep.
Anybody higher than a 20?
Yeah,
I got-
25.
We'll be right back. I need to get water.
Okay, 25 for Thistle.
22 for Wick.
Wonderful. 22 for Wick. Scenes, what did you get?
20 on the nose.
On the nose, you got it. All right. Well, unfortunately, Morrow is the first to go, and yet is going to get water. Water won't save you, by the way.
We're
You guys are
in water.
surrounded. You guys are surrounded by water, so
My
there's
God.
it's not really going to do much for you. All right.
Dang.
So to give you guys a refresher, you have 3 actions on your turn to spend however you like. Right now, because of the mist, we are dealing with cover rules, which means that it is +2 harder to hit you, and subsequently it is +2 harder to hit these guys. So for the time being, it's a wash. So we will treat this as if it's normal, but if there ever comes a point where you are no longer obscured by the mist, they will get that, that extra plus, or that negative to the +2 would be taken off. So right now we're going to consider it a wash because they're both, you are equally hidden, as we say, and we don't want to do more math than we necessarily have to.
To do sneak, could I use the fog to, or am I pretty surrounded?
You could try, absolutely. You could use a hide check, and you also have different places on the boat. As I said, this isn't a rowboat necessarily. This does have a cabin, it does have a below decks. So you absolutely could utilize the boat to try to hide. If that was successful, you would get greater cover from ducking below, and then hiding would potentially mean that something was off guard to you. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And then
Okay, cool.
just a clarification is we talked about leveling up, in our break. Is that something we are walking into this having already done, or is that an after should we survive thing?
Yes, great question. So yes, the party is now level
Wonderful.
7. We've gone from level 6 to level 7. So for our spellcasters, they have unlocked 4th rank spells. For some of our other players, they may have bumped up their proficiency to either expert or master in certain skills. Level 7 is also where we start to see some weapon specialization. So attacks are going to hit a bit harder now. So yeah, so level 7 is a great jump in power as we go. All right, Moro. What would you like to do? So you do see these tentacles in the mist. They are, like I said, considered to be concealed. So you will have to roll a flat check first before you want to do an attack, a spell, or any other thing that might affect these guys. So flat check just means you roll your d20. If it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, or a 5, you fail, and the action is wasted. So important to keep in mind before you do anything. Do we have battle music going? Can we get some battle music? Yeah, let's ramp up the tension. Alrighty. So, Moro, you're beset on all sides by these tentacles reaching out from the mists. What would you like to do? You're muted.
You can't hear her. Okay.
Oopsie. Listen, I had to pee and I muted myself so you guys didn't have to hear that. Um, so I think I'm gonna go with the cleric, bread and butter, and divine lance. And I know I'm gonna have to roll for sight, but I don't know what these things are yet. So I don't want to do anything too special until I know what they are.
I think that's absolutely fair. So, Divine Lance is a spell attack. So, you're going to go ahead and roll your flat check first.
Okay.
So, as long as you get a 6 or better, then you can go ahead and roll it again for your spell attack. Remember, when we are in combat, you do have hero points to spend. A hero point will allow you to re-roll a failed check.
That is a 16.
All right, so with the 16, you are able to roll your spell attack. So give me another roll.
That is an 8.
All right, so with an 8 plus a 13, which is your attack modifier, that would equal a 21. And a 21 unfortunately, is not enough to hit these guys. So Divine Lance is 2 actions. So your arc of divine energy shoots off, lighting up the mist, a little point of light in all of this gloom, but it does not seem to have found purchase anywhere. You have 1 action left.
I don't really have anything I want to do.
Okay, you can raise shield. That's always the
Yeah, I think I'm gonna raise my buckler.
lovely. Okay. So next are these creatures. And can you tell me, are any of these guys within 15 feet of any of the party, please? Yes, please. So you feel the mists tightening around you in a supernatural way. So everyone go ahead and give me a reflex save, please.
For me. And I believe
24.
25 is a success, 24 is a success as well.
24 as well.
Okay, you're good. Cinza, what do you got?
20, 27. 13 plus 14.
Perfect. Okay, so you feel this mist feels like it's solidifying around your bodies, but you are able to stay ungrabbed by this mist.
Ungrabbed. The bear
Ungrabbed,
Grabbed is a very
Yeah.
good place to be in.
exactly. And then they are going to move in. So all of them are going to move closer to you. So they're going to move within 10 feet of you. And each one is going to attempt an attack.
love that for us.
So remember, this is just going to be straight whatever your AC is, because you both have, cover from the mists.
Yeah.
Okay. So on Thistle, that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Got it. Okay. So that is 8 bludgeoning damage as this rubbery tentacle slaps against your beautiful dress.
Hello?
For Wick, that was a critical failure, so you are able to balletically leap out of the way. For Moro, that's going to be a 26 to hit you.
Meets it, beats it.
Got it. So that is going to be 17 bludgeoning damage. That is right on your tummy. Just bam, hits you.
Damn.
And then against Cinza, that's going to be a 33 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a critical?
Remind me, critical is more
10
than
over.
10?
Yeah.
No, it is not.
So I don't think it is. Okay, good.
No.
Okay. So that is 18 bludgeoning damage against Cinza.
Rude.
All right. And the 2 that I hit, Moro and Cinza,
Mm-hmm.
as this tentacle is slapping into you.
Oh,
Okay.
that's such an identifiable sound.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whack,
So
yeah.
the one on Moro is not able to grab you. But versus your fortitude DC, Cinza does a 19 beat your fort DC.
The DC is 10 plus the number there, yeah?
Correct.
Then it does not beat it. I have a 22.
Wonderful. All right. So it tries to grab you, but you're able to push the tentacle away and it retreats into the mist. And that is their turn. So we move on to Thistle. It is your turn now. What would you like to do?
Excellent. Okay. So I can see them all now, right?
They are still concealed. The tentacles have retreated into the mist. So if you would like to target them with a spell or with an attack, you will need to roll a flat check.
Okay. I Okay. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna cast Calm uh for
Okay.
a 10-foot burst. So I'm going to do that in the direction of the tentacle that hit me.
Understood. Okay. So you will still need to have to do the DC. So go
Okay.
ahead and roll me. You just need a 6 or better.
Okay. So that's I roll a d20 for that?
Yes, all checks are done with a D20.
Okay. Just making sure. Okay. So 7.
That's enough. Seven's
No,
if
not
there's one
7,
thing I learned, it's 7 bigger than 5. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go ahead and do will saves for can a 10-foot burst get two of these guys? All right. So we'll just burst over the one that's attacking you.
I can live with that.
Okay. So, the first one, the one that's attacking you, got a. Where are we here? There we go. That's a dirty 30. So that is a success, but not a critical success. Ooh, and the one that is attacking Cinza got a 29. So a success for Calm means that there is a -1 status penalty to the creature's attack rolls. Now, this is a sustained spell, so continuing on each of your actions, you can use one action, or each of your turns rather, you can use one of your actions to keep this going, to keep imposing that -1 status penalty.
Excellent.
Wonderful. So that is 2 actions, and you will click the cast button beside command. You
Already
have
done.
cast that spell. You cannot cast it again today. And what will you do with your third action? I would recommend the shield spell, but you can do whatever you want.
For sure. I'm actually going to give Wick guidance.
Wonderful. Alrighty. So the guidance cantrip, yep, range up to 30 feet. So +1 status bonus to 1 attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check until the start of your next turn. And it is Wick's turn next. So Wick, what would you like to do?
Real quick question. Where do I find out how far I can throw my my
Yeah,
dart
so
cards?
dart is 20, dagger is 10. It is listed if you open up options and scroll down.
Okay.
Yeah, but or I'm so sorry, it's in the tag. So you can see how striking dagger, it says agile, finesse, thrown 10.
Hmm.
And then I don't
Yeah,
know why
my
it doesn't say thrown 20 on dart, but it's
it
10 for
doesn't.
dagger,
That's
20
fine.
for dart.
Gotcha. So this guy
But they're
should be
within
close
10
enough to
feet.
me.
So yeah.
Perfect. I am going to try to attempt to hide first, either by like crouching down in this foggy mist
Sounds
so that I'm
good.
out of sight.
Fantastic.
Let me just
So
pull
I
up
will go ahead and
my.
roll you a stealth check to see if you beat the perception DC of the enemy. Okay. So now you can use your second action to attack. And remember where it says that +6 on your dagger. If you're throwing
Mhm.
it, it's only going to be a +4 because you're using it as a thrown weapon rather than using it as a melee weapon.
Okay. I'm using my striking dart.
Perfect. Okay. So
That.
roll your flat check. We need a 6 or better.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 14 plus. Oh, do I add my stealth to it, or did I
Nope.
already put
Flat
my hit
checks
in?
mean that we're only using what's the number on the dice.
Okay, I got a
So
14.
you beat the flat. Wonderful. So now you can roll to actually see if you hit.
Now I rolled a 4.
Okay. So with a 20, unfortunately, that is not enough to
Hmm.
hit this creature. Would you like to use your hero point to try to reroll?
You bet.
All right, let's do it.
Come on, be better. Ooh, okay, now I gotta roll a 13.
Okay. So that is a 29, which is a solid hit. So you're going to roll 2d4 and 2d6 because you did successfully hide from this creature and
And
add
this is with the
4.
guide, right?
Oh yeah, that would be a 30. So a 30 is still just a hit, not a crit.
Okay.
But thank you for reminding me.
Listen, dog,
So
I got to play a rogue during our charity stream, and there's so many D6. I respect you so much for the amount of dice you're handling on a sessionally basis.
it's a good excuse to have lots of dice.
Listen, girl math, I'm making a second dice bag, and I have this dice bag because as long as I have room in the dice bag.
Then I can get more dice.
I love it. Okay, so am I adding all of like my 2d4s and my 2d6? Am I adding all of that together and giving you one number?
You sure are. And then remember, add that +4.
I'm at 22. Yep. I can't hear. What's happening?
And you have one action left. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I couldn't hear for a second.
No, it was
What
my
happened
fault.
with my twin? Okay.
So
So
damage was dealt. Very solid hit. Well done.
okay. And how much damage was dealt?
Well, I can't tell you that,
Oh, okay.
but it took that
Oh,
damage.
come on. Okay, for my next, let's see here. Am I still hidden
No, every time you
after you
attack.
attack? Okay.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go back to being hidden again.
You got it. All right, I'll roll you
Yeah.
another hide check. Okay. All right. So we move on to Cinza. What would you like to do?
First and foremost, pull out my amulet. Are we assuming that we have weapons drawn already?
Usually, yes, I do that.
Okay. And these are 10 feet away from us?
Correct.
Okay. Then we will be pulling out. So pulling out my amulet, casting, not casting, but utilizing exploit vulnerability on. Just a quick question: do these tentacles appear to all be one creature? Like
No, not from what you can tell. It would be a very weirdly shaped creature if it was.
I wasn't sure if it was like 4 tentacles and there was something underneath, or uh like that they all
Oh,
attached to
like
some.
Kraken style? Yeah, no.
Yeah, like
It
the
seems like they're
tentacles
separate
were.
creatures.
Okay, cool. But they all appear to be the same type, so or
Yes.
hopefully. Then yeah, I will, yeah, like that wiggly guy right there. Um yes, exploit vulnerability. So we are going to attempt to roll on that
Sick.
on this thing. Mm-mm-mm. That is just my esoteric lore. Yeah. That
Yeah.
is a 26. Not the best roll.
It's not bad. Remember, lore is the lowest DC to clear.
Mm.
So, Cinza, as you are studying this mist, studying these tentacles, feeling the constriction of the mist on your body, you recognize that these are mist stalkers. They are tentacled creatures that shroud themselves in a cloud of mist through which a single, never blinking eye can see with clarity, allowing it an advantage when stalking prey. So you may ask me a question about these creatures.
Uh, and I have to be. I do apologize. It's been a minute since we've done combat. Could you remind me the nature of the questions as I
So you may
scroll
ask
through
me
my.
what they are weak to, what they have immunities to, what they are resistant against. You can ask me what their weakest save is.
Let's go with what they are resistant against. Yeah.
So they have no resistances against damage types.
Okay. Cool. With that information out of the way, I will use my last action to throw my returning star knife at the one that has attacked me.
Perfect. All right, give me the flat check.
17.
Perfect. All right, roll me an attack roll.
Mm-hmm. 22. Didn't roll as well as I
Perfect.
wanted.
That's okay. A 22 will hit. Roll me some
Nice.
damage.
Okay, that's
And are you able to get your vulnerability or your personal thing on there?
I should be able to. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
Little
empowerment
piece
one.
of fishing line.
Yeah, I actually think that as she throws the knife, she plunges her hand into a pouch and pulls up like a fistful of grit and just throws it with the knife so it hits this thing in the eye, like just getting sand in this thing's big
Sand.
eye.
I love it. That's
Sand.
awesome. All right.
I hate sand. Gets everywhere.
Course and rough.
Anakin.
Of course, nothing gets everywhere. That is
And I
going
will
to
say we
be.
didn't if do you want to add a striking rune to this weapon cuz it's only 65 gold.
I don't have after what I purchased before. I don't have 65 gold for it.
I can
So
give
Understood.
it to you.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm happy to donate to this cause.
Cuz you did pay for the rooms. So
Yeah, I
you
feel
would
like we
have
owe you.
70 more gold if it weren't for that.
Yeah.
that
And
is
the
true.
carriage and
Yep.
Yes, if
Yeah,
we
yeah, you
can
go
figure
ahead
out the gold afterwards, so as to not. But
Well,
yeah, I'm more than
65 for me, and I'll go ahead and remove 65 for mine.
okay.
Let's do it.
That works
All
for
right,
me.
so that should be 2d4 plus 7, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
So okay, add another d4 on there. That was a 2. Math that threw me off. 5, 7. You said okay. Sorry, 5, 7, 12. 12 points of piercing damage then,
Wonderful. All righty, great.
and
Good stuff.
I can very quickly to add a rune. I just click the runes button, or is it a different way to
Yes,
add a
you'll
striking
click
rune?
rune, then the striking category on the bottom, and then weapon striking with the 4 next to it.
Perfect, thank you. And
You
I
can
can
just give
just
that give for
keep
the time
that to
being.
myself. Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. All righty. So that was one action to identify, second action to was pulling out the amulet one of the actions, or is that
The
like
initial, yeah, I
looping?
think the initial draw of your implement has to, but if I can swap them for free now.
Understood. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, so we are back to the top of the round with Moro. We have hit 2 of these creatures. 2 of them remain undamaged. What would you like to do?
Um, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna try this. Let's cast command. I don't know if that's gonna work or not,
Okay.
but I'd like this bitch to get away from me.
Perfect. So the way command works, it is a 2-action spell. You will have to do the flat check first. And then depending on now this is a linguistic thing, I will say. So the creature does have to understand your
Okay.
language. So Scenes would be able to tell you that it only speaks Thalassic, which we have established Moro only speaks Common and Elven.
Change my answer,
Okay.
and I would like to cast Holy Light.
Dango Dongo. Okay, so Holy Light targets one creature. It is a spell attack, and it does 5d6 fire damage. And we know they're not resistant to fire. Remember, it's not Pokemon rules. Just because something lives in the water doesn't mean that it's resistant to fire.
Mm-hmm.
If the target has the unholy trait, which Scenes will tell you it does not, it would deal an extra 5d6 spirit damage. So we're looking for 5d6 fire essentially. So go ahead and roll me your flat check, and then if that succeeds, you can go ahead and roll me the spell attack.
That is an 8 on the flat check.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll me a spell attack plus 13.
I like being a walking bestiary. Kind of rules.
It's pretty great.
Does
Yeah.
does a 33 hit?
Ba-boom! A 33 is what
Nice.
we like to call a critical hit.
Let's go.
So go ahead and roll me 5d6 and then double it.
I've got so many dice. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, my dice. 4. Getting flashbacks to the rogue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be dinosaur, which I'm pretty sure means 6. Okay, so 2 dinosaurs for 12 total, plus 4 for 16, plus 1 for 17, plus 5 for 22. Yeah.
That's great. So that's 44 damage. So
Wow.
Moro torches, absolutely torches this thing. Gone.
And that is what we call fuck you.
So now that was only 2 actions. So would you like to use your third action to raise shield?
Yeah, we're raising shield.
You got it. All right. So now we have 3 tentacles coming out of the mist. And they are going to do what they do, which is try to hit y'all. So, Wick, that's going to be a 29 to hit you.
Oh no. I'm looking at my AC, right?
I think it's
Uh,
27 your AC or 28, something like that.
My AC is at 24, unless I'm supposed to add something to it.
Oh, no, it is 24. Okay. Yeah, so you are absolutely hit. And then we
Okay.
are going to try to grab you. Holy moly. Yeah, this thing grabs, yeah, the tentacle hits you, grabs you, and then you feel squeezed.
Oh no.
That's not
And
good.
there is nothing you can do about that, actually. It just happens.
Not wet.
Um,
Oh my God.
Bob's gonna be so mad.
How many hit points have I taken?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh, geez.
I just need to get on my dice. My d8s love to hide. There we go. I mean, whatever dice I'm rolling, love to hide. Who knows what they are? Who knows how much damage these things do? Oops, that's a d4. That's only half a d8.
I think that sounds like a perfect one to use.
That's exactly what you're supposed to be using, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's what she's using the
could.
whole time.
Or I could just roll this other one. There we go. Okay, so that's going to be 25 damage altogether, bludgeoning damage, Wick, as your body is constricted and squeezed. You are also immobilized. Or no, you're not. You're just grabbed. So that means, let me just read this out for you. So you are off guard. You are immobilized. Sorry. You're off guard. You can't move. If you attempt to manipulate action while grabbed, you must succeed a flat check to do it. Or you can try to escape, which you're more than welcome to do on your turn. Okay, so the next one is going after Thistle. And that's going to be a 22, which I actually don't think hits Thistle.
Oh.
Ah,
Hold on. Let's make sure everything's good with the stream. I'm still in commercial break. Let me refresh.
We're good.
Swapped us around.
It goes right back to where it's
There we
supposed
go.
to be
Perfect.
when the cameras
Lovely.
go back on. We're good.
yay. Okay.
Hey.
So,
That's the 22
Uh,
damage. Yes, it
well, I
does.
haven't gotten that yet. Okay, 22 does hit. Okay, perfect. So then it is going to try to grab you, and that is going to be a 23 against your fortitude DC, which I believe meets beats. So you are also going to be squished, and you are grabbed.
I missed how much hit points Wick took.
22.
22? Okay.
And Thistle is going to be taking 28 bludgeoning damage. All right. And then the last one is going to go after Cinza.
Mhm, mhm.
And with a 2 on the die, and that's not going to do it no matter where you're from. All right.
Okay.
So the second attack is going to be a 27 to hit.
Mhm.
Okay. And then they will attempt to grab you, but that's another 2. So I just do a paltry 19 bludgeoning damage to you.
I'm going to flash my amulet, which I think
Mm.
has like a reflective quality to it that cuts through the fog and just dazzles it for a second. I will. Where is the upgraded amulet adept? I choose one type of damage dealt by the triggering attack. I gain resistance uh, to all damage from the. Sorry. You're targeting resistance to all damage against the triggering attack. The resistance is it says 2 plus my level, but I took the upgraded version. So when I use Amulet's Abeyance, you or my ally chooses one type of damage dealt by the triggering attack, so it would be bludgeoning, and I gain resistance 5 against that. So I remove, if I'm understanding this
You
correctly, I
take
remove
5 off. Yes.
2 plus equal to 2 plus my level. So would that not be 9 off?
Oh, yes, it
And
would. I'm
then
so sorry. I thought you said resistance 5. My bad.
so that's what's confusing. It's so the original Amulet's Abeyance gives me resistance for that
Mm.
damage of 2 plus my level, and then the upgraded version gives me resistance 5 until the start of my next turn. So if I happen to take, I think it's just now I have an ongoing resistance 5 until the start of my next turn, correct? But I removed
Understood. Yep,
9.
exactly.
So what was the original damage?
Original damage was 19.
Okay, so I will take
10.
10. Cool.
Perfect. Okay. So Thistle. Yes, because it was their turn.
Yes, that was just a
Okay,
reaction.
so Thistle, you are currently grabbed. If you would like to get out of a grapple, you can roll an unarmed attack, or you may roll an athletics check. And I believe they're exactly the same for you, which would be +9. So, uh,
I'm actually going to
yeah.
just try to fry this thing with divine lance. Can I
Oh,
do that while grappled or no?
so you'll have to roll 2 flat checks in a row. Because you'll have to roll the flat check because it is a manipulate action to cast the spell.
Okay.
So you'll have to roll that one first to see if you can move your hands around enough to do it. So let's start with that.
It is probably easier if I just get free than fry this man. Okay.
Potentially. It only takes 1 action to try to escape, so you can still try to
Sure.
attack it after that.
Okay, you're right. So one more time, what I roll?
So you're going to roll your d20 plus 9 because we're doing an athletics check. Ah, I crit 29. Wonderful. All righty. So, Thistle, I have a feeling you don't like to be caged or chained or
She's a free spirit,
strapped
man.
down by anything. So, yeah, you hulk out and break yourself free. And I'll say we'll forego the flat check for all that's the reward I'll give you for that critical success.
Oh yeah.
So just go ahead and roll me a d20 and that'll be your spell attack. So you're rolling at plus 15. My goodness.
I know. She's kind of rocking out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a 8 plus 15. That's 23.
Perfect. A 23 will hit. And also, the bonus that you get from a crit is you can move 5 feet in any direction. So if you would like
Perfect.
to back up to get out of its slapping range, you may do so.
I very much so would.
Perfect. Okay. So Divine Lance is Why isn't it showing up for me? What? Oh yeah, it just makes me like. Why is it being so weird? Yeah, roll me damage.
Right. Okay. 5d4.
Perfect. And this one hasn't taken any damage yet, so this will be your first salvo against this thing.
$15.
Wonderful. Okay. Next, so yeah, that was all 3 actions. So next is Wick. You are also grabbed by this thing.
Oh, good. Oh
Now you
no.
have some fun little stuff, I believe, that helps you get out. I think.
I do. I have
Yeah,
a brand new skill feat called Slippery Prey.
that's right.
Would that work?
Absolutely. So with
Um,
slippery prey, so these work for your if you have to try again, basically.
mhm,
So we'll do the first try. So you're going to want to roll acrobatics for this one because that's going to be your
absolutely.
highest.
Ooh, okay. Gonna math. Give me a second.
No problem.
Okay, that's a 29.
Perfect. A 29 is going to be a very solid success. So you won't be able to reposition yourself, but you can break free. What would you like to do with your next action?
I only have one more action.
You have 2 more.
Okay. Um, I think that I am going to. I do like to be hidden. I don't know. I think I'm going to use my one action to try to attempt to hide.
Okay. So your next action will be to hide. So I will roll your stealth for you. Okay. So you duck below the side of the boat, and then I'm assuming with your third action you're going to do a attack, correct?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Alrighty. So go ahead and do me the flat check.
Okay, flat check. 11.
Perfect. Okay. Roll me a spell attack. So it's going to be now this is going to be remember an escape is technically an attack. So this is going to be a plus 12 instead of a plus 16.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled a 15.
Perfect. So 15 plus
Um,
12, 27, which is a solid hit. And you were hidden. Woo! So go ahead
Nice.
and roll your sneak attack on that.
D6.
So many dice.
So remember,
Oh
it's
wait, this
2d4
one's a weird
plus
one.
2d6, and then you'll add the plus 4 damage.
Okay. Oh, so much dice. I'm not complaining. I love it. Love it.
Always more is better than less in the dice game.
Listen,
On our side.
gonna throw me into a van, just
I have a 14.
Four, 14 total?
Yeah.
Perfect. That is enough. With the second slice of the card, the tentacle retreats into the darkness and you hear the plop of the
Nice.
water. Well done. Alrighty. Cinza, what would you like to do?
Uh, we're gonna go and attack this dude again, since I've already got my setup going.
Sounds great.
So we'll attempt that. Uh, 18, I don't believe is going to hit. Or sorry, not 18. So 13 on the die. 28, I should say.
28 will
That
absolutely
will
hit.
hit. Okay,
So
great.
yeah, your star knife whirls out into the mists, cutting through the swirling fog. And give me some damage.
Yeah. That is 13 points of damage. Oop, you are muted?
You have cut through the last one that was menacing you, and there is only one more left, the one that has been attacking Thistle. So you may whirl around on it, and if you'd like to do a second throw, you absolutely may do so. As long as you're within range, which
Which
you can still
I got
throw.
20 feet is
Perfect.
the range for that. And so this comes
Fantastic.
at a -4, I believe, because it's agile, correct?
Exactly. Yes. So this will be at a plus 11.
Okay, wonderful. So, well, actually 17 on the die plus 15 minus 4, I believe that makes that another 28, correct? Is that
Perfect. Yep.
17
Another
plus 11?
solid
Yeah,
hit. Let's go. Give me some damage.
I'll take it. Much better than I thought. Oh, well, this is going to be another 6 plus 7, so that's another 13.
13?
Incredible. So yeah, like a boomerang, this thing cuts through, and you have taken
Okay.
down 2 in one
I
round.
see you do the 6-7
Nice.
hand.
You are no
No.
6-7 is gonna haunt us through this whole campaign, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
not even gonna
it's
be
the
cool
worst.
anymore, and we're still gonna be making these
Was it cool
Yeah.
to begin with?
No.
Yeah, this guy, he knows what's up. Mhm.
So yeah,
Oh, I hate it.
so the people on the ferry, they breathe a sigh of relief. They give you plenty of handshakes and high fives as the thick mist returns to its normal density.
Log takes tips and ham. Just gonna throw that out there. Uh,
I'm still
Mhm, mhm.
hearing Ponyo in my head going,
All right. So, you see the island's shoreline, black sands under a silvery sky with a dense black line of pine trees 50 feet from the shore. Beached on the shore or bobbing in the waves, you see the corpses of fish, but no insects buzzing above them. You see one large fish, its body riddled with bites and cuts, which do not bleed, fins too damaged to swim, mindlessly chomping at the soft waves which lap against its blistered lips, milk white eyes in 1,000-yard stare until it stops moving, mouth as open and empty as a wine bottle after the last drop has fallen. As your boots touch the sand, you hear a rasping sound as several dark figures rise up, humanoid creatures made of sand and flotsam. Their form is bulky, as if draped in fur cloaks. They turn their eyeless faces to you, squaring off to defend their shore. And that's where we'll leave it for today.
Scary.
"Ah, you are ridiculously good at cliffhangers, Eleanor."
oh my god.
Thank you very much.